Hey folks, Colin here from Sumthins Recording, and today I want to show you one trick for mixing vocals to be up front in the mix. We're going to be going over a neat trick to get your vocals to sit more up front in your track today, but before we dive in, if you're ready to go a little bit deeper into the vocal mixing process and really start to hone your EQ strategy when it comes to mixing vocals, then I have just the thing for you. It is my ultimate guide to vocal EQ, and it's just a simple PDF that will walk you through how to EQ your vocals step by step to help you get polished and professional sounding vocal mixes without any more of the guesswork. It is a completely free guide, and you can download it below using the link in the video description. Now let's jump in here and take a look at this vocal. So this song is a little bit unique in that at the ending section of the song, we have a guitar solo, and then the chorus comes back in over the top of the guitar solo. So our vocal has quite a lot to compete with here in the end, so we need an extra kick to get it to sound up front. But let me play you where we're sitting at the moment here. I'll back up just a little bit. You can hear the guitar solo going into this final chorus section here. So you can hear there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of instruments going on. So I want to give the vocal a little extra oomph, a little extra kick here in this final chorus to make sure it doesn't get lost and it doesn't get buried under everything else that is going on. Because our vocal is still our focal point in the track here, even though we have our guitar solo that comes in before it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a bus channel. I'm going to create an extra bus channel, and we're going to call it Vox Dist. We're going to go for something called parallel distortion. So I'm sure you're familiar with parallel compression. We're going to use parallel distortion here. So we're going to take our original vocal. Let's send this out our mix bus, and I'm going to solo safe it as well. If you don't know how to solo safe in Studio One, it's you hold Shift and click, and all that means is that anything that's sending to this bus, if we solo it, it will also solo up the bus. So if I solo up our vocal here, you can see it solos this bus channel here as well. And I'm going to send full signal into this bus here. So now what we've got, if I turn off our reverb, is all we've got on this channel is just a duplicate of our vocal.
Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's gotta give.
So we're going to use this channel, which is just a copy of our vocal, our finished vocal at this point, and we're going to distort it. And this is going to give us something even, something thicker that we can pull up underneath our vocal to give it that extra boost of energy, consistent energy here in this final chorus. So I'm going to pull in the red light distortion plugin here on this channel, and let's kind of see what we can do here. We're going to keep it on hard tube, so we're not going gentle with the distortion. I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive with it, and we'll kick it up to the middle stage here. So each of these stages gets more aggressive with the distortion. We'll start with our drive all the way down, but we're probably going to kick it up quite a bit here. So let me loop just this little passage here on the vocal, and let's kick up the distortion.
Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's gotta. Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's gotta. Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's gotta. Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's got a bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's got a bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say.
That's feeling really good right there. So I've kicked the drive up to about 9.5 here on the knob. I had to pull the output down all the way so our volume wasn't killing it here, but I want you to notice when I hit play again, you can see the level of our original vocal, and then you can see the level of our distortion track here, and I want you to notice how consistent our Vox Distortion Bus is.
Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say.
That volume level is pretty much pinned here on our Vox Distortion Bus. So what that is going to give us is a consistent clump of energy that we can pull up underneath our vocal. Now, I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about the top end at the moment. You saw me mess a little bit with the roll-off there, so we might engage that. I want to hear how it feels with the vocal in the track. I'm going to leave the reverb out for the moment. Let's pull up the Vox distortion underneath our vocal here.
Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's got a bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's got a bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's got a bitterest.
So right here at around 8 dB, we're starting to feel that extra thickness, but we're starting to hear that distortion, that breakup on the vocal as well. And at this level, I'm not minding that top end on the distortion bus. Let's listen one more time.
Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's got a bitterest tears on my dark.
No, it's feeling really, really good. I threw the reverb back in here. Let's throw everything back in now. You can notice I muted the harmony as well as the lead guitar so I could get the Vox distortion kind of set in with the vocal in a comfortable place, because there are passages in the song where the lead guitar is not going, so there's less energy going on. But let's take a listen here now. Final chorus, we've got everything in. Let's see how this Vox distortion bus sounds.
Bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's gotta give. My bitterest tears on my darkest fears, all the deeds that I left undone. I'm haunted night and day by the words that I didn't say. Well, something's gotta give.
You can hear all the extra energy it's adding to our lead vocal here, and we could push this as high as we wanted to inside the track. So if we had something that maybe was a little bit more aggressive, maybe the track was a little heavier, we could cook this up if we wanted to hear more of that distortion. And you can also utilize the roll-offs on the red light distortion plugin. So if maybe we wanted to use this track just for more thickness or just for more top end, we could roll off some of that top end and pull it up further just to get the thickness from the distortion bus, because it's consistent vocal parked in one place. Or we could go the opposite way, roll off some of the bottom end and just add some of that breakup and that top end distortion to give our vocal some edge here. Let's listen one more time inside the track. Guitar solo going into this final chorus section, and I will A-B this vocal distortion bus. So if you're struggling to get your vocal to sit up front in your track and to sit up front in your mix, try parallel distortion like this. So we're sending from our finished lead vocal to another bus. We are crushing the vocal on this bus with the distortion to get it very, very consistent, and we're pulling up this extra energy that's parked in one place to push our vocal further out front in the mix. I hope that was helpful for you. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are ready to level up your vocal mixes and really start perfecting your EQ strategy on vocals, then I have just the tool for you, and it is completely free. It is my ultimate guide to vocal EQ, and you can download it below to start creating more professional vocal mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.